morning, good afternoon, good evening. Is everybody here? I don't know what that means. We are here if we are here. Hi, Britt. Hi, Robert, Astrid, Jay, Tony. Who else do we have? Hi, Wendy. It's been a little while. Good to see you again. My computer is crooked, so it's making, I don't know if we have any people that notice the uneven lines. Welcome, Annie. Is it your first time? Tawana, welcome back. Hi, Kimberly. Polly, welcome. Nice to see you. Dawn. So happy to have all of you here today. If you are new, I'd be curious to hear how you found me, how you joined in, what led you here. Yeah, Nancy, welcome. Yeah, my eyes are like almost on level. I'm on a little mini trip to the coast. So if you don't know, I'm a nomad and I'm in India right now. So yeah, I came to this city that has an interesting name. The British renamed it, as they did most things, Pondicherry. So I don't know, it's kind of, a fun and interesting name. The original name is Puducherry, so a little bit of history for you. Hi, Kay. Hello, welcome back, Jalyn. Excuse me. And I'm just here for a few days, and then I'm going back to the city I'm staying in for now, which is called Tiruvannamalai, which is made famous by the famous Indian guru Ramana Maharshi. So how many of you do you know or not know who he is? Because he's very famous, and also, a number of our modern spiritual teachers follow him and teach about him and write about him. Notably, our favorite Michael Singer, in his book, The Untethered Soul, I think the name of the chapter is called Who Am I? And that is where he brings in Ramana Maharshi's teachings. So Ramana Maharshi teaches non-duality, but non-duality, and for those who don't know, non-duality means basically there is just one consciousness, universal consciousness, and that we are all aspects of that consciousness. We are not our mind, we are not our body, we are not our thoughts, we are not our feelings. We are the experiencer of that. So Ramana Maharshi's path to enlightenment that he shared to others is this meditative practice of asking yourself the question, who am I? So when you're in meditation, if you, when you notice thoughts, you tell yourself who is the one thinking this thought, who is the one experiencing this emotion, whatever it is, and you ask yourself that in a meditative fashion. And then in that, you come back to, the big I. There's the small I and the big I. So, when you constantly are reflecting on who am I, that's, according to him and other teachers, the path to awakening. So that teaching wanted to come through. Oroville, Robert, is right near here, and I will maybe be visiting today. Yes, so hi Daisy. Excuse me. So happy to be here for our Saturday Night Live that we have every week, that I love to be a part of. I will be scheduling one more live next week in between our Saturday Night Live. I don't yet have the topic set for that. If anyone has a topic they'd like to throw out that we have the theme of the live be around, just you can comment, you can send me a message. Hi Sharon. Yes, the little I is the ego, the small self. Yes, great question. So if you are new to me, I'm a spiritual life coach and Reiki Master Teacher. I help people overcome themselves. I help people create new possibilities in their lives, either in the self, in self-actualization, self-love, self-forgiveness, self-compassion, in their state of being. Our state of being is everything. It's the ground in which everything springs forth from. So I help people to access and ground into that, as well as challenge their mindset. Our mindset creates our results. So whatever results you have in your life right now are a result of your thoughts, decisions, and actions, feelings. And so, my job as a coach is to be what I like to call, I'm the sun. I am the sun that holds the space of possibility for whoever I'm working with. And then the person that I'm working with, they can feel that sunlight of possibility when they lose track of it for themselves. And I've also, people that have worked with me have created new careers, new possibilities, relationships, money, stretching themselves, doing new things. So I love what I do, and I'm very grateful. To me, it's the best profession in the world, because I was just listening to a coaching podcast, and the coach was saying, when you are a coach, it helps you, it stretches me, it shifts me, it evolves me. So it's just an amazing thing that came to me that I fell into over 3 years ago now. I've never looked back. I wouldn't want to do anything else. And I get to stand for people. There's a person I coached yesterday who was just so lost in their stories in the mind, and it's okay, it's normal, it's natural, it's common, that's what we do, and that's why coaching helps. I will not buy into somebody's limiting beliefs and self-hating stories, because that's not loving to them. And it was a really powerful experience to be that in that space. So that all wanted to come through for whatever reason. If anything about what I said interests you, if you want to have a conversation, feel free to reach out. I'm teetering on almost full in my coaching practice, which is amazing, and I'm so grateful and lucky and blessed. And Yeah. So, hi Emma. Yeah, I'm just so blown away and grateful for everything in my life. If you follow me, and please follow me here on Insight Timer, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that wonderful, juicy, yummy stuff. I just posted about my 25 years clean and sober, and we just had a live stream the other day. I was so happy to share that with you. Yeah, so life is amazing, and I've really just shown up. I've shown up for it. I've done some uncomfortable things out of my comfort zone. I've taken risks. I've messed up. I've, been all over the place. And yet, here I am, and here we are. Hola, Mark. And the key is just, not ever throwing in the towel completely. Some days, some moments, I might feel like it. But I'm in this. My soul is in this. Yeah. So, hi, Leanne. So hopefully there's a little inspiration for somebody there. Hello, William. The energy here in India is powerful. I mean, India is one of the most intense places on the planet. And I'm just trusting my calling to be here right now, being grateful for the freedom that I have to just choose where I want to be. And I do take it as, my mindset is like, I am here to show you what's possible for you. It's not just about me, ooh, look at me and where I am and what I'm doing. No. It is about showing you I am just like you, and what is possible, what I've created, despite of my messy humanness. That, like, I didn't even have a dream to do this, because it wasn't in my scope of possibility until I started deeply transforming myself in my life 4 years ago. So it is possible. I always say in my coaching, if one person in the history of humanity has done the thing, it's possible for you. So somebody needs to hear this today. Yeah, Emma, so my soul came up with that term, messy human, because I didn't even know I was living in a context of black and white thinking for most of my life. And I just, it's a common trait from childhood trauma, and I'm not blaming it on that. I'm just recognizing that's likely where it came from, just to be in thinking everything is black and white. And yeah, it wasn't until the recent past 5 years where it was like, oh wow, life is messy, being human is messy. I had this mental construct that, like, I've got to be perfect, or I've got to live into a certain box, and I've got to be good enough and prove my worth. And we all know where all that stuff comes from. And it's like, no, I came here to be me. I didn't come here to be some idealized, perfect version. I came here to live into my potential. We all did. And that means loving the parts that feel unlovable, doing my best to love myself when I feel like I'm doing something bad or wrong or not measuring up or being in old patterns. And like that to me is the journey, because the way I feel, and those of you that follow our Conversations with God sessions, which are amazing, and our Nothing Wrong with You sessions, me as source came into this incarnation to experience this reality as Natalie. So if I judge and blame and shame and make myself wrong, I'm judging, blaming, and shaming God's creation. And that God doesn't judge me. There's no judge here but myself, which I am working on releasing. So that's, a big part of my journey. So, all right. So what we're going to do today now, I hope that was helpful. Hi, Petra, is we're going to draw some cards, which is my fun part. It's all fun, but yeah. Britt, feeling unlovable. Yeah. I get that. I have training in rapid transformational therapy by Marissa Peer. She's a hypnotherapist. And she says there's really just 4 core limiting beliefs. I'm not enough. I'm unlovable. I don't fit in. I don't belong. And everything can stem back to that. And, we all have all of them mostly, but, there's usually 1 or 2 that are like really deep. And, that's part of my work with people. I bring in all of the things that I've learned, that I've done, that I'm doing into my coaching work with others. So I have got today, thank you. Hi, Rachel. We're going to do this Work Your Light deck. And this is going to be the main message for the cards. And then I'm going to clarify with my Osho Zen Tarot. And so we'll have a card message. It's collective for everybody here. Messages are already starting, and we'll see what flows from the cards. I don't do one-on-one messages here. You can schedule that, send a message if you want to do that. And then we'll do Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. So, yes, these are called Work Your Light Oracle cards, Rebecca Campbell. And then the other cards are Osho Zen Tarot. And I usually use light seers, but that box was big in my bag, so I brought smaller decks since I'm on this weekend excursion. So this little city, Pondicherry, is French influenced. So I guess whatever, at some point in the recent history, French people came here. So yeah, it's kind of cool and a little bit different for India. And then as somebody, I think Robert mentioned, there's this huge ashram community called Auroville. There's these 2 gurus, one called the Divine Mother. I think she was actually French. And then her, colleague or partner of some kind, Sri Aurobindo. Their headquarters is here. So there's all these devotees and ashram in this community. Ooh, okay, so I've got our card here. And before I share and go into this, I'll just share and ask. So it's, I mean, you could look at it as roots of pain, but it's like limiting beliefs and subconscious programs that we were given as children that all can be boiled down to, according to Marissa Peer, I'm not enough, I'm unlovable, I don't fit in, and I don't belong. So, yep. So, this is your message, the initiation. Wow, the initiation. It says, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So, whatever you're going through in your life right now, and it's like kind of a dark cave and sky with like this little purple like landscape that you're going into, and you're coming out of this dark, stormy area. So, who all's going through something right now? Who isn't going through something right now? I'm actually not. I mean, we're all going through stuff all the time. And my life's just been pretty like even keel, which is great. But you know, there's always initiations. Some are small, some are big. So Britt, there, I'm not enough, I'm unlovable, I don't fit in, I don't belong. So you basically want to reparent the little wounded child who was told those things and reprogram and teach them the opposite. So yeah, many of you going through a lot. So the message here is, look at the bigger picture. This is an initiation for you. What does an initiation mean? It means like, I don't want to say a test because I don't believe that. But it's like you're going through something in which when you come out the other side, you will have up-leveled. So there's a rite of passage happening. Like this is, whatever this is, it's part of what you're meant to go through for your best and highest good to up-level you. Crossing the threshold. So you might be like, you're coming to the end of this rocky journey. You've been on this difficult path. Now you can see the light. You can see the new landscape. You can see the glimmers of a new reality for you. And it's been, you know, a challenging road. Also, Nancy, about your Reiki 2 attunement. Jalynn coming out of the darkness. Thank you, Sharon. So we're going to get some clarification cards on that. This is my little case for my Osho Zen. So before I even shuffle the deck, I know this card is for you. Breakthrough. So you might feel like you've been slogging along for a really long time, or it's never going to end, or what's the point? Look at and trust the bigger picture, and trust that what looks like, you know, a dark time, maybe in no way out, it's all here for you. One of my favorite things I say is like, break down to break through. Like it might feel like you've been in breakdown, but you can turn that into a breakthrough. And a breakthrough is coming. You know, and in my coaching, that's part of also what I support people with. Like if somebody feels like they're in a breakdown, let's turn it into a breakthrough. There's gold in there. Eckhart Tolle talks about, I say this quite often, the pain body. The ego and the pain body. The pain body is all the energy that has not been healed or processed, that's been taken on and gets activated, when something hits our stuff, as Michael Singer would say. And Eckhart says, like, however big or dense your pain body is, that is like, holds the potential of an amazing light, amazing love, amazing breakthrough. It's kind of like the bigger the pain body, the bigger the capacity for joy and bliss and ecstasy. It's just about breaking through and releasing that energy. It's like shadow work. I mean, there's so many ways we could say this stuff, right? Really, Amy? That's amazing. Wow. A meditation that is pretty similar to the image on this card. So I would definitely, and for Amy and anyone else, you can search. There's more meanings about this card, like the description. So you can search Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light, Initiation card. You can see a clearer picture and you can read more about it. So now I'm going to shuffle. Hi, Ginger. Oop. There's one card. Yeah, so this is a major time of awakening. So the clarification for the initiation card of whatever this it's a rite of passage, crossing the threshold. We've got new vision, suppression, and possibilities. So, the invitation here is, what I'm seeing is like looking into this cave, seeing what, you can even see these colors are similar in the purples here. Looking at whatever this problem is or this situation is with new eyes. Seeing it from a place of shifting your mindset into, how is this here to help me? Not why is this happening to me, but how is this here to help me? And that will shift everything. And then you can start shifting into, okay, this is an initiation. This is a rite of passage. I'm up leveling. It's not a breakdown. This is a breakthrough. Shifting your vision around that and seeing into possibility. The thing is, this suppression energy has, been influencing you. And I feel like this is your mindset. This is your thoughts about the situation that are just you're giving your power away to that, your power away to the situation, to the thoughts, to the stories. They're not helpful. So it's like, and again, it's not making yourself bad and wrong, which is the default up until now for many of us. It's just about a noticing. Because what happens sometimes is, we see something new, we see a possibility, we see a glimmer, we see a new vision, we see something with new eyes, and then the old mindsets and limiting beliefs want to come in and be like, meh, like try and take back over again, like, no, you can't, it's not for you, you can't have that, who do you think you are, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. So, and this is the crux of the breakthrough, is that you get to choose yourself, and you get to choose to not listen to the old stories. That's your choice. And there's a really powerful audio that I share with my clients or whoever, whenever it comes up, by one of my favorite coaches, Steve Chandler. I know some of you have heard this. here listening in the live, I've sent it to you. It's called the victim owner choice. And so he outlines this distinction between having a victim mindset and an ownership mindset. So what can happen is that, we see into possibility, we see a new perspective, and then, the victim wants to come in and have self-pity and, give in to those old energies and stories. The thing is that, we're not responsible for our first thought, but we are responsible for the thoughts after that. So it's your choice. These things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. And it's your choice as to what voice you want to listen to. What power you give to the stories in your mind. Which story do you want to listen to and give power to? Interesting, Kimberly. Great. Yeah, this even has some sort of a shedding energy or a snake. But it's an acknowledgement. You felt suppressed. You felt bogged down. There's nothing wrong with that. Then it just becomes a choice. How much longer do you want to sit in that? Nobody's doing it but you. And in this space, and I may give you all some tough love messages, or